John Rhodes University, named after the most brutal colonizer, the most racist and imperialist, who would not have wanted you who are seated here to be here today, because he hated everything else that looked like us and treated us like slaves and animals. And we are shocked that we still, 30 years after democracy, have institutions like this one, where it's supposed to be a stage for intellectual contestation, still being called after the most brutal individuals who have made our life pain and misery.
You see, most people always misunderstood Julius Malema. It's only few people that always calm down, listen to him, and try to reason with him, because Malema always speaks the facts. You see, when it comes to the history of Africa, Africa have gone through a lot, and Malema is that person that will always remind you of your past so that you can be able to see how the future will go. And most South African will say, he always talk about the past. He always remind us of the past. Let me tell you, even your history, the history of Africa, most African history is written by the colonizers. And that's just the truth. And you can't expect the history that is written by the colonizer to be 100% true. Every African person needs to listen to this.
Why can't this university change a name for a better name?
Thank you for the recognition, Chair. Hi, sir. I'm just coming to. I'm coming to. Okay, this is. It's a much shorter question. I'm coming to you as someone who identifies as a white female leader in a black-led environment, and I was just wondering if you could clarify the whole. Sort of, what did I say? The whites, the sort of like the supervision. Is there no space for white people to work with black people as equals instead of black people feeling like they're supervised just because we are white? Because I feel like there is so much room for people to be equal in the space of leadership.
Thank you for the questions.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
When you say men are trash, when you say men are trash, I'm so unaffected. I don't even care. I don't hear that. I mean, you're not talking about me. You are talking about trash men. When you say men rape, you're not talking about me. You're talking about rapists. When you say whites are racist, why are you touched in your studio if you are not a racist? Because we are not talking about you. If you are not a white supervisor, why do you want to tell us that you are not a white supervisor? We will know that. We will know that. No one has ever said white people have got no place in South Africa. We refuse white supervision. And they do it unwittingly, some of them, because they've been taught to think they are superior. Some of them is in their DNA. He just finds herself or himself dominating you on subjects he knows nothing about, because they think their skin color permit them to dominate you. Never feel apologetic about white people who say, but why do you say we're racist? I'm not racist. I'm not talking about you. But you need to know, my sister, everything in this country is race. Everything, our problems in this country were started by race. Kamu. Yeah. Kamwa kaka. Yeah. everything here. When they came in 1652, they did not conquer the land. They conquered us, pushed us away from our own land. When they discovered the minerals, they removed us from potential ownership of the means of production. And they even legalized that by race, not by class. They never used the class to divide us. They used the race. So don't start with the issue of the race. When we speak as black people about how we despise racism, white liberals must keep quiet and listen to us. That's a problem Steve Biko had with these white liberals. When NUSAS had a conference here, they were sleeping in nice places and black people were sleeping in bad places, yet they claimed to be in the same organization. Why didn't those white liberals go and sleep with their comrades at the bad sleeping arrangement if they were indeed part of our struggle? So, until we've resolved the racial question, any other issue will never be resolved. Now that's my relationship with white people. When they walk in, I'm like, the war is starting now. Let me understand. When they speak, I listen twice. And once they want to do those things of white supremacists, I tell them, don't start with those things. Don't even try. So every racist everywhere, where they raise their ugly head, they must be confronted. We must teach them to unlearn racism. The same way we are saying we are unlearning to become good people and not patriarchal men, they must also learn not to be racist. And they must accept. When you stand up here as women and start saying, you men, what? I'm not going to stand up and say, but what are you saying, man? Why are you painting us? I must hear your cry. This is a battle cry you are making. I must hear it. And I don't have to tell you I'm part of it. Through my own action, you should appreciate that there are men who are still good amongst these trash people. And that's what the white liberals must do. They ought to listen to our battle cry without seeking to remind us all the time that they are good. If they are good, will not know it by their mouth, will know it by their deeds. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have watched to this point, I really appreciate you. Kindly leave what you think about the video in the comment section. See you in the next video. Peace.